Hey, it's Clark Reid back with more tech headlines for you. If you like our reports, you could sure help us out by massaging that like button, and you can also subscribe so you know when each new report is up and ready for you. We've talked about it here, and well, hell, everybody's talked about it that covers tech. The AI boom is gobbling up RAM chips, and prices are through the roof, and there are shortages. Well, now it's starting to hit consumer products like smartphones. AppleInsider.com reports that the revised forecast expects global smartphone shipments to fall 2% year over year, reversing earlier expectations for modest growth. Memory costs are the primary driver, with counterpoint research pointing to supply tightness and aggressive pricing from memory vendors. And that said, Apple's iPhone is in pretty good shape to weather this shortage and the price bump better than the competitors. For one thing, Apple can absorb higher component costs more effectively than other makers, and while they'll still preserve margins to an extent, expect a lot of the Android phone makers to have to hike prices or cut specs or even cut back their product lines a bit. Budget phones, the ones that sell for under $200, have already seen prices jump 20 to 30% since early in 2025. Mid-range phones are up in price in the teens, and the high-end flagships are really holding their own. They just have had very small price increases. Of the Android phones, though, Samsung should be better off than pretty much the whole rest of the pack, holding the price line. Like Apple, they have supply deals in long-term for pricing. And even so, both Samsung and Apple will probably see a small drop in sales this year. Meta has released an update to its AI that lets you hear people better in noisy environments. Now, according to TechCrunch.com, the feature will initially be available on Ray-Ban Meta and Oakley Meta HSTN smart glasses in the U.S. and Canada. Besides improved hearing in a noisy environment, the update allows you to play a song by an artist if you're looking at an album cover by them. And you can also get Christmas music if you're looking at your Christmas tree. Ho, ho, ho. Now, there's a feature that's only useful for a few weeks out of the year, that is. And that's a little snarky. Actually, the clearer hearing thing would be really cool if it actually works. So far, the AI that's supposed to do that in hearing aids really doesn't do any better than without the AI, but we'll see how Meta's update works out. Hopefully, it will be better. A fair number of people really don't like Microsoft Copilot on their computers. Well, if you're one of those, you may want to steer clear of LG smart TVs. Mashable.com notes that LG is baking Copilot into their smart TVs, and it cannot be deleted. You can't hide it from the home screen. You can hide it from the home screen, but it's still there lurking in the background. The undeletable Copilot was first mentioned on Reddit at r mildly infuriating. So far, the post's gotten 36,000 upvotes and thousands of comments, most of them from people irritated about the unremovable Copilot. The problem really is, what can an AI assistant app really do for you on your TV that you can't do yourself better and faster? Apparently, many of the Redditors have noticed that the Copilot, is on there, and they think it can't do a hell of a lot for you. A side effect of the great AI boom and all those data centers, besides causing a shortage of memory chips, is it takes a huge amount of power to run all those server farms. Well, guess what? Electric bills are up. And now GeekWire.com reports 3 Democratic senators have sent letters to Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta, and 3 data center firms. The senators are concerned that the tech giants and their AI push is raising residential electric bills. For its part, Amazon put out a white paper on Tuesday saying its data centers aren't the problem, and in some regions it actually pays more than required for energy use. That's interesting. The investigations come amid a general rise in household expenses, making the allocation of utility costs particularly contentious. Residential electric costs nationwide are on the rise, according to federal data. Power bills rose more than 7% on average when comparing September rates over year. Now, the senators sent the letter are Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, Chris Van Hollen of Maryland, and Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut. I'm Clark Reid, and you are Technified for now.